What's going on, everybody? It's Childish. We're back at it again, coming at you with another video for Raid Shadow Legends. As always, I want to extend my thanks on over to Polarian for sponsoring this video. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. Now, if you happen to see this video for the first time, or maybe you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. If you are a new player and you want to get a jump on this game, I need you to head down over to the YouTube description down below. I got a link for you to go ahead and download and install the game for free so you can get yourself 100,000 silver, 50 gems, 1 energy refill, and an executioner champion. So just make sure though that if you are a new player, you jump on that link within 30 days after publishing this video, because that's how long the link is going to be available. Now in today's video, we're going to follow up from the last one, taking a look at the Relentless set and which unit that I put it on and why. We're going to take him alongside 4 other units to go ahead and showcase the dungeon that I've been working on exclusively in order to get myself better artifacts. And then last but not least, we're going to be doing some summons because we have hit the level 40 mark and there is a level 40 pack that looks very, very juicy. Now, let's go ahead and get started with the overlook of my champions. So, as you can see right here, I got about 10 champions that are currently 5-star max that I kind of just, use here and there with regards to the different dungeons that we're using. But mainly though, the 5 ones that I've been working quite a bit here is going to be Kale, we got Apothecary, we got War Maiden, we have, actually I got 6. I got Errol as well. We got Gala, and then we got Doom Priest. Now, out of all these units here, if you guys didn't get a chance to check it out, the Relentless set, which gives an 18% chance to get an additional turn, you can kind of see on the end one here, I gave it to Doom Priest. So, if you guys are new players, you will notice that the Champion Chase tournaments will be available over here on the right, and every so often you might have a chance to win some of those sets here. So if you do get a chance to win those sets and you're saying to yourself, like, who do I go ahead and put it on? What should I, where should I work it in? I definitely would encourage you to look at a unit that is super versatile and provides just a lot of support for your party here. And that for me is going to be the Doom Priest. Okay, so if you guys haven't seen the Doom Priest here, it's an epic champion which has its first abilities. If you get a critical hit, you're going to get a 50% critical rate buff with a random ally for 2 turns, which is really, really nice. The second skill, which is really, really strong here, providing that 50% attack buff on all allies for 2 turns. And if you see, I already invested into it, so I got it on a 3-turn cooldown because I maxed it out. And then last but not least, the passive, the thing that basically catapulted to this unit, all the way up there as a top tier champion with regards to the units that I was already using for the healers, is this passive. This healing of the allies, 7.5% of their HP every single turn on that champion's turn, and it also removes a random debuff from them at the start of this champion's turn. So I mean, if you think about it, when we compare it to somebody like a Mother Superior who has that continuous buff ability on allies for 2 turns and as a shield, yes, that is nice. But when we talk about a unit that provides this as a passive and also has like a pseudo cleanse, I mean, without question, this is going to be a really, really strong unit to focus on. So this is the one that I wanted to put it on because I wanted to have the attack buff as much as possible, having that opportunity to get the lower cooldown time with the additional turn. And then of course I want to have as many chances as possible to go ahead and get that free heal, get that removal. So it just kind of overall makes sense. Now I haven't invested into this one to get the ascension done so I can have the leader skill, because even though this leader skill is nice, I mean, speed is king, right? It's a great thing to focus on. This is only for force units, so I have a couple of other units that have nice leader skills that actually assist me a little bit more so than not here. So some of those leader skills include Gala. If I'm using her in a setup, I got a 25% leader skill here, and then I have, of course, the newest NAT5 that we pulled last time around, which is going to be Arrow. Now Arrow here, as you guys have already pointed out, this is not one of the best, legendary champions in the game. That being said, though, I'm really glad that we're going to be showcasing the dungeon play today, because it's actually because of this unit, in addition to Gala and some of the other units, that I'm able to get the job done and I'm able to clear quite a bit here. So we've talked about a little bit in the beginner videos as far as, some of the stuff to focus on, focusing on a selective amount of units, working through the campaign, getting those events, those missions done, getting yourself, leveled up and start perfecting that team so that you can go ahead and take it on to the harder matches in this game. Right now, I've been doing a lot of farming, working actively right now to get myself some other fodder to get into a 6-star champion. But I took a nice break just to go ahead and take a look at the dungeons and try to get myself some gear. Now, I'm sure you guys have already realized that when it comes to farming in the campaign mode versus the dungeons, while you can get specific sets, specific slots in each set, the grade of the actual artifact is not as high as what you would generally get in these dungeons here, right? So we got 4 dungeons that we're looking at. We got Ice Golems, Dragon's Lair, and we got the Fire Knight's Castle for different sets. And then the other one here, Spider's Den, is going to give you some, secondary items, some accessory drops here if you're looking to get those pieces. Now, obviously, we're going to push the Spider's Dens aside because I'm sure you guys already know that's going to be a dungeon that we're going to focus on later down the road. But out of the 3 main dungeons, I want to talk about the order from worst to last, so what I decided to focus on. And I think it's going to catch you off guard here. So if you haven't had a chance to check this one out here, the Fire Knight's Castle, which is funny that we take a look at it now, right? You could see that I have not focused this one. This one's going to be on the bottom of a list right here as far as those 3 main dungeons. These 3 dungeons, okay, these are the ones that are going to be dropping specific artifacts, and there's basically 9 artifacts here that you can get between those 3 dungeons here. So these ones here, they're a little bit more specific, have some unique mechanic to them, whereas I feel like some of the other dungeons that have specific sets available to them are going to provide a little bit more value for you if you happen to get a complete set here. So I stayed away from this one. I'm going to work on this one down the road, not super focused on right now, but a lot of these sets I think will come really, really handy as I get higher up with regards to my account here. So the next one, now this is going to catch you guys off guard, Ice Golem's Peak versus Dragon's Lair. I think 99% of people would probably say, Ice Golem's Peak is going to be the one to start out with. But I actually got this one on my second tier here, the top 2, right? So, and I think it's gonna make sense when we get to it. So, Ice Golem's Peak is a really, really good dungeon to start out with here. But and it has all the basic kind of sets that give you nice additional bonus stats for you. Again, a lot of these sets are going to be the ones that you're going to be collecting over time as you level up through the campaign mode here. So this is not a bad one to start out with. As you can see, I got myself to stage 11 right here. But this was just recent that I got to stage 11. The reason why I was able to get to stage 11 was because of the Dragon's Lair. Now, the Dragon's Lair, the reason why I chose this one to work on first is because there's one thing that is absolutely certain when it comes to these dungeon farmings. Now, you can, create a team, make it synergistic, and utilize a lot of these free-to-play champions that you'll be getting along the way. But without question, as you climb up into the harder stages of these dungeons, you will need to use some of those rare, some of those epic, some of those legendary champions that are super unique, super, complex, to allow you to go ahead and clear some of the hard stages here. You got to take advantage of those and make sure that once you incorporate it in your team, you find other units that just really work hand in hand with those units, right? So this specific dungeon has a boss that's going to have essentially 3 AoEs, but there's no adds, there's no other mechanics outside of, essentially just trying to do raw damage. So that's what we're going to show for you guys today. I'm going to do a quick dungeon run so we can go into the battle and you guys can kind of get an idea of what it is. Now, if you didn't get a chance to see there, one of the things that you will get an opportunity to collect is a 4 to 5 star artifact from stage 10. Now, stage 10 across the board from these dungeons are going to give you at minimum a 4-star artifact. So when we think about some of the different types of artifacts that we can get, when I'm farming either normal mode or hard mode, I can get, anywhere from the normal modes that could be 1 to 3 star, hard mode could be 2 to 4 star. So yes, I have the chance to get the 4-star artifact for a specific slot or set that I want. However, it's very, very rare that I get, that item and, exactly, the stats that I'm looking for here. So my thought process was, let me take some of these high-end champions that I have and let's see how far I can push into each individual dungeon. So I focused on the Ice Golems versus the Dragon's Lair, and for me, the Dragon's Lair was the easiest one to do. So let's take a look at the skills real quick here. The first ability, AoE attack debuff for 2 turns here. It's a pretty decent amount of damage, as you can see right here. The next one, Wall of Fire, attacks all enemies, provides the poison debuff for 3 turns and the 25% weaken debuff. So it's going to do more damage on me when that weaken debuff is on, and then of course the poison damage over time, which is pretty strong. Now again, considering the mechanic of this boss, the utilization of the Doom Priest is really, really beneficial here because as you can see, I'm able to cleanse those poison, I'm able to cleanse the weaken debuff, the attack debuff. It helps out quite a bit here. Now, this third skill that actually popped off early on is going to be the Inhale with the Scorcher. So this is like a an ability that's going to completely deplete the turn meter, and it unlocks the skill that's going to do massive damage if you don't take off that shield. So as you guys might have guessed, because of the fact that I'm rocking Gala, I'm rocking Arrow, I'm able to take advantage of their ignore defense mechanic, and it just lets me pound this boss down in order to get that clear here. This is actually funny. If you guys see this right here, we literally got our best time, and it's without question, to me, for the units that I have, the easiest one for me to do here. And like I said, there's not really too much into it. I'm just able to take advantage of the units that I have. Obviously, I got super lucky with my pulls. Apothecary, you know, without question, one of the best 3-stars in the game. The turn bar manipulation is really nice. The Doom Priest alongside the Relentless set is helping me out quite a bit. And then Kale, another great unit that all of you guys can utilize if you happen to set him up or get him for the starting champion, or just basically pull him. And then of course the other 2 units, the single target damage dealers that just do massive damage to carry me over to get that dub here. So overall, guys, this is what works for me. This may not be what works for you. You got to take a look at your account. You got to see which units provide the most bang for your bucks, considering the mechanics of the boss, and take advantage of that in order to get those higher stages cleared. Now, let's see if I can go back. The next thing I want to go ahead and showcase is an amazing drop here. So again, like we said it before, 4 to 5 star artifacts that we can obtain from here, and you know, over time it does cost a lot of energy. You can see right now I got 414 energy load up. The reason being is because I'm currently in a session where I'm gracefully grinding out the dungeon over and over and over again. Now I'm at a stage in the game where because I can get the minimum 4 star to 5 star artifacts, being able to farm that dungeon at the highest level that I can right now, which is stage 10, is really catapulted my account, getting myself some of those super rare items that we can take advantage of here. And so I'm super excited to share with you one of the most OP items I have seen thus far in this game. Take a look at this lifesteal shield. So right here, legendary lifesteal shield. Now again, the main stat is a flat defense, which is going to be the same across the board. That's always going to be a flat defense. But look at the substats on this shield. And you guys are probably wondering, why in the world haven't you rolled it? Why are you not taking advantage of this? Because I wanted to see if the RNG is going to be coming my way when I decide to roll this out for you guys live on this video. So that's what we're going to be doing right now. We're going to go ahead and roll this out and see if we can get lucky on this specific shield. So once again, guys, when you are farming it up in the dungeons, you're going to be looking for those percentage-based stats all day, every day. Why is that? Because those are going to be scaling well over time, and it's going to help you out greatly as you get higher up in your ranks with regards to your champion here. So right now, I think we can say that we pretty much got a really good start right here. I mean, you can't really go wrong. This without question, this is just so good. There's nothing can go wrong here. This is gonna be simply amazing here. So as far as what I'm looking for, I'm looking for speed. I'm looking for critical rate for sure. I use lifesteal set on Arrow as well as Kale, but I'm looking to incorporate this on my Kale because my Kale is my farmer, and so I'm sure you guys have seen out there's a lot of great units out there, regardless if it's starting champion or not, that can really farm super quick. And as you guys already know, the grind is real. So if you happen to have the chance to improve a unit that not only to utilize for your other dungeons but also for your farming, it's just going to help speed up the process and get you some more 6-star champions over time here, a little bit quicker here. So it looks like we're not having too much luck to get this one, but we did get the double roll on speed, 15 speed. This one has the most speed out of all my items here for a non-speed, like a non-boot slot here. So I ain't gonna lie, this is crazy. This is crazy. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna equip this right now. We're gonna take off this shield. Look at this shield beforehand. And then look at this one. This is a massive upgrade. If you guys look at the stats on the other side, a little bit lower on the defense because we had the defense percentage from the lifesteal set. But I without question, we're gonna be making it up. We're gonna be making it up because we're gonna be giving ourselves a lot more speed, a little bit more critical rate, and when we do crit, we're gonna be doing a good amount of damage so that we can clear those waves when we farm here. So really, really nice. I'm excited for it, and honestly, guys, I got so much more to equip. That I'm I can't wait to see what it is. You know what? I actually got one more item. I think this came from an event that we got going on here. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll this out right now. This one here, now this one is a legendary item. Again, flat stat on the attack here, but unfortunately, only 2 out of the 4 substats here are gonna be percentage-based stats. So obviously, without question, we're looking to get rolls on the attack, on the critical rate, but honestly, it really doesn't matter if it doesn't go that way. While we want that one, any opportunity to improve our current subsets that we have on it is going to be beneficial. Now, I'm sure you guys already saw, depending on the grade of the item, these specific items are going to have a certain amount of substats here. From the commons, the basic ones having 0 substats, and then all the way moving up to legendary, which is going to have 4 starting substats. So what does that mean for you guys? If you have those substats already laid out here, it's going to give you a chance to improve those substats for every 4 levels. But if you happen to have, maybe you got like something like an common, which it only has 1 substat here, sure, you'll be able to improve that one time, but once you hit the next threshold, whether it's 8, whether it's 12 or 16, you'll be able to get a new substat and not improve on a previous substat that was already there when you first got that item. So just the overall efficiency of the item is obviously a lot better as you get the higher grade, right? The higher tiers here, the legendary, the epics, whatnot. So like I said, even if it doesn't roll into the ones we want, we're still going to get a little bit more value out of it from a legendary compared to like an uncommon or a rare artifact here. So we got one more to roll to get. Let's see if we can get it. Okay, so unfortunately on this one, the RNG came onto our shield, not this time around, but I will take the resistance. Lord knows I can use any kind of stats because some of my items, some of my artifacts are really not too good. Really not too good. So last but not least, guys, I want to go ahead and I'm gonna get a pack real quick here. We're gonna whale out just a little bit because I have a fun challenge that I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be taking on, I'm gonna be creating a Void Champion team, and I'm gonna see, after building it up a little bit here, how far can I go in each of the 3 main artifact dungeons here. So now let's take a look. I want to put it out there. Full disclosure here, I have spent, since I started playing this game, I have spent probably about $80 or so, and now it's going to be a little over $100 here. So the reason for that is that I want to continuously push my account. I want to continuously be able to, farm and get a little bit of improvements here. Obviously, the job can be done if you want to go ahead and go free to play here. But me, I just want to have that opportunity to have some of those possible rare champions here. See if I can get lucky, and with of course the level 40 pack just popping out here, I'm pretty excited because I was looking to do some more void summons, and it just so happened to have some void shards. So be right back, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get this pack. All right, we're ready to go. We're gonna start out with the ancient shards and see if we can get lucky here. I would love to get a free epic champion or a free legendary champion, because right now I'm essentially expecting fodder, and that's okay. I have literally, epic champion. Okay, what do we got here? Seeker. I have not had a chance to check this one out. Let's take a look at the first ability here. Attacks the enemy 2 times, 25% chance of providing the provoke. Okay, so a little bit of a provoke there. Fills the turn bar meter of allies by 30% and places an attack buff on allies for 2 turns. Grants an extra turn. This seems pretty good. This seems pretty good here, and this can come down to 3-turn cooldown. Is this going to dwarf my my apothecary? Is this like the apothecary on steroids? Like, what's going on? And then this passive here, heals a champion by 20% and places a 60% defense buff on this on all allies for 2 turns when it gets hit with a... Wow. Okay, I think I got pretty lucky. You guys let me know what you think about that one. That one seems really good. That one seems really good. Okay, that's a good start. That's a good start. Okay, let's see what we get here. Gnawhorn. I have not had a chance to check this one out just yet here. I'm getting a lot of beast-like creatures here. This is from the Skinwalker faction family. Let's see what we got here. Does damage according to how much HP on the champion has been lost here. So the attack cannot be strong, critical, or weak hit. Okay, gotcha. This one places a provoke buff, so AoE provoke on there, and then when it's ascended, you got a defense buff on this champion for 2 turns. So that's nice here. Able to pull the damage to him and then also mitigate it a little bit well, right? And then the unkillable buff on this champion for 2 turns. So that's a really nice, nice little synergy there between that second and third skill. So you have this ability that AoE provokes, pulls them all together, and then you have the chance to provide an unkillable buff so he does not die if he's taking a lot of damage from all those units here. Then we got our universal leader skill for dungeons, 27% for defense. So cool, this is great, and this is an HP scaling. Well, I guess it's HP. It's an HP unit, but these other abilities here Yeah, this is the only thing, and it's just based on how much HP the champion is off. So that's cool because, again, it's taking a lot of damage, right? It's a really unique kit. I gotta give credit to him. Taking a lot of damage, right? And it's even though you got the unkillable buff, it could be super low on HP, but the unkillable buff is gonna save him, and as the HP goes down, you're gonna get that increased damage. Really, really cool mechanic. This actually might be fun to mess around with. Okay, so let's check out the next two here. Let's see what we got. Got a 3-star champion. This one's gonna be Grinner. No, I haven't heard anything about Grinner just yet. This one attacks the enemy, 25% chance of placing the attack buff on all allies for a skill 1. Am I reading this correctly? Okay, now once again, it's a 25% chance. It's not guaranteed, but that is pretty cool because it's an AOE buff if that procs. So that is definitely going to be one to hold on to, regardless of what we see on skill 2, skill 3. Skill 2 is going to be the AOE attack that has a chance of removing a random buff, and then we also have this ability to revive for 50% HP, and then provides a shield on a revive champion for 2 turns, equal to 20% of their max HP. Not too bad at all. And then we have a nice resist lead for faction cribs. So yeah, looks pretty cool, and I'm sure it's going to be beneficial once we get into some faction wars down the road. So yeah, we'll definitely hold on to that one for now. And then the last ancient shard that we got, let's see, this one here. Oh okay, I almost said it was War Maiden, but this looks very, very similar to War Maiden, but it's not. So Bloodbraid, I don't think I've seen anybody talk about this one as of yet, but you got the provoke on the first skill. You have the ability to get an additional turn and attack the enemy multiple times. So we got the multi-hit, and then we have also a 50% heal reduction debuff for 2 turns on this one as well. So heal reduction, and this goes up to 100% heal reduction, which is nice because there are certain bosses with heal mechanics that it makes it really, really hard to take it down here. So that might be one that we'll have to hold on to for a different one. So this time around, I'm going to start out with the Sacred Shard, then we're going to move on to the Void Shards here. Let's go ahead and see if we can get lucky enough for another 5-star champion. No, we do not, but we get the Nasal. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it here. So okay, I'm guessing this has some kind of sleep mechanic because you see the Z's all over the place in the skill, right? 50% chance of providing the sleep, and the cool thing about this one is that the debuff chance goes up quite a bit here. It looks like 35%, bringing this up to 50% chance to provide the sleep once you get it maxed out here. Now this one provides 60% defense buff on all allies for 2 turns and heal all allies by 60% of this champion's max HP here. So this must be a unit that we're going to be stacking a lot of HP on because it caters to his HP versus your unit's HP here. So this is really nice overall. There's one thing that I've noticed in this game is that when it comes down to getting to some of the harder stages, even though attack scaling units are really, really good, I feel like bringing in some of those defense scaling units or providing units that have some kind of buff or mechanic that provides a little bit of extra mitigation to let you get through those AoEs, because there's a lot of AoEs with regards to these bosses here. It's going to be very, very beneficial here. So last one, we have the ability to attack all enemies and decrease the duration of all enemy buffs for 1 turn here. So obviously that's going to be really, really nice. This goes down to a 5-turn cooldown. There's definitely some bosses here that without question give me a struggle because their buffs are just super strong and they last they last for quite long here. So this one here, we got an ally resist in dungeons by 70. That seems pretty strong. That's all dungeons and it's 70, right? It's not like 15, 25. I mean, that's a pretty good amount there, so not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. So yeah, we'll definitely hold on to that one. Might play around with that one further, but like I said before, guys, we're gonna be making a fun video. I want to do a fun challenge here, and I'm gonna have fun with the Void team and see if we can get ourselves some high stages with this Void team now. Amarantine Skeleton, I don't have this one just yet here, but what I will tell you this right now, out of units that I have available, I don't have anybody that has any kind of sustain or for itself or for. Actually, I got one for sustain, right? I got Gala for herself, but I don't have anything that provides a heal for the party here. So we're definitely looking for something that provides some kind of heal. Otherwise, we're just gonna have to bum rush every single dungeon that we go up against, every single boss, so we can get ourselves a super high finishing here. So okay, let's take a look here. 50% chance of providing a block cooldown, and then once this gets awakened, can do a heal reduction debuff for 2 turns. Okay, and then this one, 30% defense buff on this champion for 2 turns. So again, pretty basic unit here, but the damage is defense scaling, so this might be nice if we're, getting, through the harder stages and we want to bring a unit that can do damage, but also can mitigate the damage as well here. So another 3-star champion. Veteran, I don't know if this one was one of the good ones here. So again, another defense scaling unit. This might be an omen, right? We're getting a lot of defense. I might have to work on these ones here. Now this one provides a defense, the attack break on the first go with a multi-hit, so this is going to give me more chances to land it. We have ourselves 30% critical rate buff on all allies for 3 turns if a target is killed, and this damage is also proportionate to the defense as well. Looks like defense and attack there right below. Now this one here, this one attacks all allies, 50% chance to provide the block buff. So once again, we got a different type of beneficial blocker here. And then the leader skill, ally speed in all dungeons by 50%. So this is going to be very nice if we do decide to utilize it. And I feel like we're going to be, because this first skill, disarm, multi-hit with the attack break, this is going to be very beneficial in taking less damage when we're going up against some of those harder stages here. Last but not least, come on now, get ourselves lucky. Can we do it? Oh, can we get something good though? Let's see. Interceptor. I have not seen this one. So this one here is going to have a skill 1 speed break. 25% chance of getting to 50% speed, so kind of a lower chance, but we do have an opportunity to get it to 30% if we decide to max it out. Probably not, but well, we do have that opportunity, right? So this one here, 44% chance of placing a sleep debuff for 1 turn, and then once it's ascended, it got a chance to put that weaken debuff for 2 turns if the skill does not place to sleep. So that's kind of nice here when you think about it. So especially if you run into a boss that's maybe immune to sleep or whatnot here, you'll be able to just get right into that weaken debuff if you don't land that sleep. So last but not least, decrease the turn meter of all enemies by 50%. Now this one here, I mean, it sounds pretty good. I mean, any kind of turn bar manipulation I think is going to be really good, but unfortunately we didn't get a unit that's going to provide us a lot of sustain. So the challenge is going to be strong, but I'm really looking forward to it. So now that being said, guys, I want to go ahead and throw it out there right now. Okay, you guys already know we just pulled those 5. We got the 5. We got these void champions that I'm going to show you. This is the ones we got. Okay, if you haven't seen them already, for those of you guys that are super OP, know everything about this game. Okay, take a look at these void champions. All right, and tell me which ones do you think are going to be the ones to focus on, and then we'll see if your decisions are going to be matching my decisions, because obviously by the time I make the next video, I'm already going to have a couple leveled up, and we'll see if if the stars align here. So that's going to be it, guys. Once again, I want to thank Valerian for sponsoring this video, and if you guys didn't catch the beginning of the video, you are a new player and are looking to get a jump on this game, go to the YouTube description down below so you can download and find a link so that you can download and install the game for free and get yourself 100,000 silver, 50 gems, 1 energy refill, and an executioner champion. Okay, that's going to be it, guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It's your boy Childish, your Childish Plays, checking out. Take care, and we will see you all in the next video for Raid Shadow Legends. I'm out.